My name's Sarah Nicholson. I'm a housewife with two sons, aged 15 and 12. One Saturday afternoon, my husband wasn't feeling very well, so he went for a lie down. He said he'd got a headache. I went out to visit a friend. It was her birthday. And so I went downstairs and said, "Boys, just be quiet. Your dad's not very well. He's lying on the bed, and I'll be back later." I came back and everything was quiet. I came back later than anticipated, as you usually do when you've been with friends. And it was quiet downstairs, and I said, "Seen your dad?" "Oh, he's still upstairs." So I went upstairs and walked into the bedroom. The radio was on, which was usual because he used to flick the radio on before the hour to listen to the news. But he wasn't on the bed, so I went round the bed and he'd collapsed on the floor beside the bed, face down. So I called his name, said, "Andrew," and then there was no response. So I shouted at him, and then I called the children. Joseph was 13 at the time, and he helped me pull Andrew away from the bed, and we rang 999 and we turned him over, and I discovered he was blue, and I kind of knew he had gone, but because we dialed 999, they said to do CPR. Well, you can't do CPR and talk on the phone, so while I was talking on the phone, my 13-year-old son was doing CPR, and that was just really difficult. It was the start of a very traumatic time, really. I remember that night just not sleeping. I had friends that came and stayed with me, and then my parents drove all the way up from Ipswich, and but yeah, I just never slept. And then you go into autopilot and pull your socks up and get on with things because there's lots of things to organise. And we had the funeral, and I stood up and spoke at the funeral. I spoke about Andrew and about his faith, that maybe some of the people there didn't even know that he had a faith, because he was quite quiet about it. It was very personal to him, but he was very faithful to us as a family and to his work and to the things he did in church. 2 weeks after he died on the 13th of November 2010, and 2 weeks after he died he would have been 49. So I decided, I had a real desire to write, so I started a blog called Unravelling Edges, because I felt like my life was unravelling and I didn't know how to stop it and what was going to happen with all these loose threads. So I started writing and invited people to read and to follow me if they wanted to, and it's kind of taken off from there, really. When I started writing, I always knew that that I wanted to be positive about what I wrote. Writing was a way of processing my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions, and I've always tried to be really honest with where I am. I've included song lyrics that have helped me, Bible verses, and just written about, normal everyday things that have happened and where we are, and all the things that, I struggled a lot with, the things I had to do, and just being and just working through my grief. And I kind of worked it out by writing, and other people read what I'd written and said it was really helpful to know where I was. I think one of the real benefits of writing a blog and it being out in the public domain is when you get comments from other people that you don't know. And I've had several comments from people, saying how my words have helped them. I had a phase where I stopped writing. I found it really hard to write. I'd fallen out with God. I wasn't talking to him, and I was really struggling. And I decided that friends had been telling me for a while that I should carry on, and but you don't always listen to the people that are closest to you. But it took a comment on my blog from somebody who I didn't know that made me think, this is reaching other people, and actually it's helping people. And I think I've always wanted something good to come out of Andrew's death. This summer we went to New Wine, which is a big Christian conference, and it's camping on the Newark Showground. Now the toilets and the shower facilities are fairly basic, but they're adequate. They'll do. And so one day I went to the shower, and there were 2 showers free, and there was a lady waiting. So I said, "Oh, you next?" And she said, "I'm not going in that one and that one. They're dribbly. I'm waiting for one of the other showers." And I thought, I don't need to wash my hair. Doesn't matter. We're camping. I'll just have a quick shower. Doesn't matter. So I went into this shower, and as I'm standing there, it started off really dribbly, and all of a sudden the water just went like that, and it was just this absolutely perfect shower of gorgeous water. And I just felt that God was speaking to me, because he speaks to me in the strangest ways, in the strangest places. And I just felt God was saying that I needed to step into walking with him, because he had got so many blessings to shower on me, and that he loved me, and that he'd got really good things for me in store. And that was the shower kind of represented all the goodness that he had to pour down on me. And so often, we live in that dribble, but God's just got so much more in store.